About 3 years ago, when electrical scooters were just gaining popularity in Europe, I was doing one of my first reviews, and that was Kugoo S1. The scooter was one of the main competitors for the more expensive Xiaomi M365. It had around 30 km/h speed and in some cases lacked a bit of build quality. Couple years later, and I have Kugoo Kirin S1. It's much more modern version of the Kugoo S1. Still has front suspension, which was not really good, by the way. It has rubber non-inflatable tires, rear fender brake, and more modern look. So that was Kugoo Kirin S1. It was no longer going 30 km/h. It has been limited to 25 km/h, but the scooter looked great and had only few flaws, as I mentioned, front suspension and maybe not the best water protection. And today we have Kugoo Kirin S4. I'm really excited to take a look into this box sent to me by Geekbuying. Geekbuying is one of the main sponsors of this channel. It is the place where you can buy all sorts of electrical scooters, bikes, and many other things. Thank you, Geekbuying, for making these videos possible. And now let's take a look into the box. The scooter should weigh around 13.5 kilograms. You can see the dimensions, and it has 10-inch tires. First of all, charger, which will let us know what kind of battery it is. And it is 42-volt charger, meaning 10S, meaning 36-volt standard battery, and charger is 1.5 amps. What else do we have in the box? We have a user manual, we have some plastic parts, and the charger. That's it, that's what comes inside the box. Here you can see all the specifications of the scooter, and what is the most interesting is that the maximum speed that is indicated is 35 km/h. I think it's broken. I think it must have been attached, and during transportation it broke off, because these plastic pieces, they were supposed to be, you know, like this. Yeah, otherwise if I put this screw here, right, it falls through. These parts are broken. Now there is no way how can I attach this dashboard with these. I need to figure out what to do with this bracket. I want to make a nice product video. How do I do that? Look at this. How do I fix it? For temporary purposes, I will just take a longer screw and add a washer, and in that way I will mount the dashboard onto the handlebar. The accelerator knob doesn't feel like top quality plastic. I have seen better ones. It's more plasticky feel than the rubbery feel, if you know what I mean. And we have one button to control it all. Well, it's kind of only partially true, because you can control the headlights and the speed modes with the button, but as well all this screen is a touch screen, so you can change the riding modes, you can change kilometers per hour to mile per hour, you can turn on and off cruise control and all the other things by touching the screen, which is something really new on electrical scooters. We have one of my favorite bells. It's a really nice one. It's neat, nice, clean, and very loud. And we have one brake handle that is made out of metal and only one on the handlebar. The brake handle is connected to the rear wheel disc brake. Something has changed with all the scooter manufacturers, as now they are as of a sudden able to adjust the disc brakes right before the first use. So here we have it. All the braking power of your scooter will be at the rear, which is not the most optimal one. In this case, there is nothing to brake you in front, and all of your braking power will be at the back of the scooter. So you can see that the sound is from the rear light cable that is touching the tire. I mean, this is absolutely unacceptable, because if it will rub against the tire, you will rub through it in no time. You can actually already see some marks from me just spinning this motor for a couple of seconds. So you will rub through this cable and then you will not have the rear light. That's just bad. The folding mechanism, I like how simple it is to fold it. You just press on that lever, it goes down, and then you lock rear fender, and here you go. You can carry the scooter away. You move this to the side, push it up, it's locked. So there is a safety system, which is a rubber ring which you just slide on here, and then it doesn't allow you to fold the scooter anymore. As it's rubber, it shouldn't be rattling too much, but at the same time it's a little bit harder when you need to pull it aside to unlock your scooter. As you can see, there is quite some play in the handlebar when the folding mechanism is locked. Looks like tightening those 4 screws is helping a bit with the shake of the handlebar. We'll see that when we test the scooter in real life conditions. Probably the last feature to mention is the kickstand, which looks nice and sturdy, unfortunately mounted at the back, which normally is less stable than mounted at the front. So here we have it, Kugoo Kirin S4. What are my first impressions? My first impressions, it looks like it will be a fast scooter, 36 kilometers per hour on the dash. It also looks that it has basic quality control issues, like too long cable at the back, the dashboard that was broken. It also has some nice innovations like the touchscreen display, where you can change all the settings by the press of your finger. And thankfully they removed the cheap suspension from the front. I hope that it will ride nice and smooth with those inflatable 10-inch tires. If you want to know more about how the scooter rides and if I recommend to buy it or not, you will have to watch my next video. Thank you Geekbuying for sending the scooter, and thank you all for watching, and I see you in the next one.